So moving over to one of the more significant shifts that we're preparing our partners for, the convergence of paid and organic budgets into sort of a single AI visibility strategy. So OpenAI announced it's starting to test out ads in the US for ChatGPT's free and Go users. But it's unclear at the moment how brands can start participating in these tests. There's very little information. What I do know, I saw an article, I think it was yesterday on Search Engine Journal, where they were saying that the cost per impression is going to be about 3 times higher than Meta. So stay tuned to that. But I personally think that, sorry?
I was going to say, the figure I saw was $60, a CPM rate of $60.
Yeah, so hope you guys have deep pockets. But I personally think that for the time being, ChatGPT might just hijack Google's sponsored results and then show brands that are already bidding in Google ads for now, because right now they're actually constantly using Google's framework for pretty much all of their features, particularly for grounding their responses. You know, if you put in something in a ChatGPT, they're going to do a query fan out and they're going to go onto Google's index and search the web that way. But there's also been some research, I believe it was Kevin Indig that did it, that showed that in their sort of shopping feature, they're actually using Google Shopping like directly, like the responses that are showing up in the responses on ChatGPT are almost 1-to-1 with the ones that are showing up in Google Shopping. So pretty funny, but I think the industry is going to move away from keyword-based PPC and then instead bid on certain relevant topics or entities instead. So for example, when a conversation is happening about places to visit in Mexico City, for example, maybe an ad could pop up to book a hotel in a certain area, or a specific tour could be advertised. And of course, with the newest agentic checkout features in ChatGPT, AI mode and Copilot, and integrations with Shopify, it's very likely that these LLMs might introduce sponsored product listings, capturing users right when they're asking the AI to help me decide. So data shows that while AI platforms might drive lower traffic volumes to websites, the conversion rates are typically up to 5 times higher with the data that we're seeing, because that intent is so much more deeper, right? A lot of the times people are using these chatbots and they want to make a purchase right away. So anything to add on PPC or paid search from either of you?
Well, just from a kind of PR and communications perspective, I guess this with the age old thing, isn't it? That well, your own media, so you don't pay for anything. The minute you mention paying for anything, oh well, that's marketing, that's advertising. So the comms and the PR budget doesn't get a sniff of it. And I've long advocated, well, that's not right. If you're on managing organic social, for example, why shouldn't you also manage the paid budget? Why is somebody else running that and always treating it as a kind of totally separate and non-integrated aspect of it? The simple fact is that whether you like it or not, this has been true, I think, for so long now, that if you want to guarantee visibility anywhere, well, you can. You have to pay for it. And again, I think historically, PR and communications has seen itself as kind of not having to, pay immediate costs, but you kind of earn the right to have that visibility. But I think at the same time, in its broadest sense, if you're responsible for managing your reputation, why shouldn't kind of PR and comms also have access to and perhaps take over those kind of paid budgets as well? On social, certainly, I've long advocated that it's comms that should run the show for both organic social and paid social, but that's just me. Call me self-serving.